All right. So once again, people, very good morning and welcome to this 5 days free training on data analytics with career guidance. This entire 5 day session is actually meant for students, freshers who are looking for job and the fresh graduates who are actually planning for their careers. Okay. Apart from that, if there are any professionals here, you can also please attend, but I'm not sure how this will be useful for you because this will be right from scratch because we have a lot of freshers here. Okay, so before I start the content, that is with the Excel, let's have some introduction so that you guys will know who we are, who I am, and what actually will be learning in this, what all the benefits you'll be getting out of this entire 5 days session. Okay, all right, let's talk about the institute. So we are iTech Analytics Solutions. We started 11 years back in thinking in mind that we have to give a lot of knowledge, awareness to people about analytics and reportings. When we actually started this institute, there are very less institute. We are actually the 6th or 7th institute in Bangalore who started this institute in keeping in mind to give awareness of analytics and reportings for the students, graduates, or underprivileged people. Okay, so here now you can see a lot of institutes. There are hundreds of institutes who actually teach this data analytics, business analytics, or many things. But we started this in 2012 itself, where we had a lot of students coming from outside states and even from abroad as well. Okay, so we actually do corporate trainings, online trainings, classroom training, and we also do a lot of projects for various companies. And we have various consultants and domain experts who have got more than 16 years of experience. And you can see what are the courses we actually teach here. We teach advanced Excel, macros, dashboard designing. We also teach SQL Server, which we'll be learning in this course, R programming, Python, visualizations, data science. There are so many different courses which are related to analytics and reporting. So we are actually very much focused on analytics and reportings, which is a very high demanding jobs in the industry right now with high pay scale as well. Let me talk about myself. I'm your trainer for these 5 days. My name is Aadi Puttaswamy. I have worked more than 16 years in various different domains and many, not many companies, 4 companies, but with many different clients, experiences. Let me just talk about that. I started my career with the Society General, that is SG Software, then Farmark Analytics Solutions. Then I joined Mu Sigma Business Solutions, and I finally took up job in IMS Healthcare, which is now IQVIA. So I was 36th employee in IMS Healthcare who actually joined for building an analytics and reporting team there. Right. Vinayak says recordings will be available after the class for references. Yes, people, I'm very sorry. The class sessions we actually planned up to 4:30, but many of them actually requested saying that it will be difficult for them to spend so much of time. So we are recording the entire session. There'll be a lot of practical classes, and I'll show you all the files which you will be getting where you can practice all the required files as well. Okay, all right. Let me continue. So what specializations I have? I'm specialized in interactive and dynamic dashboards, tools development, advanced automations, and process optimizations. And then the technologies, what I actually master is advanced Excel, macros, dashboard designing, MS Access, Tableau, Power BI, SQL, Python, automation techniques, reporting techniques, visualization techniques, and tool development. So these are my skills, the expertise skill areas where I worked with many companies. All right, people, you please don't worry about all these recordings and things like that. Now, please, all of you concentrate. Okay, it is my responsibility to make you understand and learn. Okay, so all the recordings will be given. I'll tell you how you will be, getting this video. So you don't worry about it. It's my responsibility. It is ITA's responsibility to give you the recording. So please do not worry, any of you. Okay. It's not like any other webinars who just keep on telling about themselves. This is a webinar where you'll be learning a lot of technologies. And we are here to make students aware about analytics and reportings. We are the institute who actually have started this 2012 to make the students aware of this demandable industry. Okay, so please don't worry, we are there, and I don't want any more questions on that. And don't worry about that. Trust us. Okay, we are giving it for free. We will give it for you to make you understand, and we'll give you a lot of contents which no other webinars would have given. Okay, you will experience it. I don't want to say you will experience it, but please give me time. Let's not waste time in a lot of discussions with recordings and things like that. Let me finish this introduction topic because a lot of things to be worked on. Okay, we have a client list more than 65, and now another 5 got added. Then there will be some more which will be getting added recently. We have globally 65 plus clients who regularly take a lot of training from us, project from us, consultations from us, even for the placements as well. We have the clients globally, that is outside India as well, overseas as well. Okay, so these are some of the major clients what I have mentioned. There are some more which I couldn't actually put that because I don't want to clutter all my presentations. And you can see this is the corporate training scores. We have got the scores. Everything is more than 5.3. If you see, on an average of 5.4 is what we have. And we are doing this corporate trainings from 2012. Okay, you can see many institutes have started from 2018, 19 or something. We are doing this training from 2012, and we're consistently getting these scores. And these are the awards what we have got from Urban Pro. Some of you know about Urban Pro. Urban Pro is actually a portal where students, candidates can actually go and they can check. And these people have awarded this. Most of the courses, we are actually top one from 2015. Okay. And next, we also have got the Service Partner Award for Data Analytics from Suleka.com. All right. So this is about our awards and things like that, what we actually teach. And here we have some of our students who have completed their certifications, say in Excel, Power BI. There are so many certifications where we have more than 100 students who completed their MO200, which is actually MS Excel, which I'll be teaching you today. So they have completed 100 plus students have completed. I'm talking about 2023. That is, we have just completed only 3 months. Now we have started with the 4th month. So we should see how many more people actually will take the exam and complete. And I'm sure that some of you who are attending this session might also take the exam. So PL300 is a Power BI exam, which we'll be learning on Wednesday. So we are happy that you people are here to make sure that you want to become a data analyst. Right, these are some of the people. These are all students actually. You can see Vikas R is actually just finished his second PUC, and now he's going to BCom. And this guy took the exam and he has completed. And you can see Shreyas, and you can see there are so many. These are all students whom I'm actually showing you. Yeah, you can see these are all students. This Danush is actually a BCom student. Now he's actually completing his first year. So all this, whatever you see, you can see Isha. She is actually a graduate who took the exam, completed. Now she has got a job in one of the companies. Now she is a professional. When she joined us, she was a student actually, right? So likewise, we have various students, professionals who come to us and get trained and complete their certifications. And these people are Power BI certification holders who have completed their Power BI PL300. You can see these people. And some of them have got job also with our references. So in 2022 and 23, we have placed more than 150 candidates. And I couldn't get all the list here because it will be too much actually. I just placed very few of them who got a very high package. So these people have got a very high package in Flipkart and various other companies. All right, these are some of the testimonials. You can also go through the testimonials. You can see here. We have the reviews here. You can go and you can check the reviews here. Okay. All right. Now coming to the session. Okay. I'll not take much time here afterwards. We'll directly go for our sessions. 5 days is the training. In that day one, you'll be learning MS Excel. In day two, you'll be learning SQL Server. Then day three, Power BI. Then fourth day, we are working on a project on Power BI. Okay, this itself will cost you more than 15,000 rupees, but we are not going to charge anything because this is actually organized by one of our, say foundation, that is ITAS Asari. I'll talk about that later. And fifth day, we'll be giving you a complete career guidance right from scratch, how actually you should get prepared with your skill sets, to how to build your resume, how to build your LinkedIn. Everything will be taught so that it will be easy for you, how to face the interviews, what all you should get prepared before going for an interview. Everything will be taught in detail so that you guys can get prepared for the interview and easily crack the interviews as well. Okay, all right. And this is the main thing. Now, why we actually give awards to our students, I'll tell you. Many people actually come here just to see, and then they'll think that we'll get a certificate and go. Let's be very serious. I want to be very serious about this training because we actually always concentrated, we always wanted our students to become data analysts. We wanted them to become a data analyst from our institute so that other people who actually see, they should tell that, yes, these people are from ITAS. So you should go and work, and people should feel that, yes, ITAS students are really very good, very strong in skill sets. The project will be given to every participant, and you will get 1,000 rupees gift voucher. But I want all the participants to attend all the 5 days. Gift vouchers are given, as I told you, on the successful completion of the project only. You should send us the project. You can tag us in our Instagram. I'll give you the Instagram link, or I'll give you the hashtag, this one as well, that Instagram link. And also you can tag me in LinkedIn so that I have more than 2,500 professionals, HRs in my list where they can notice you. Okay, so please be in touch with me. You can, send the request for getting in touch with me in the LinkedIn, and also please follow us in our Instagram page, which will actually help you in your careers as well. Right. Yes, LinkedIn, you can just search. You can search this, you will get. Okay. Right, people. Next, certificate of participation. This is very important, people. I'll tell you, we have conducted many webinars, I've conducted many seminars. Most of the people who have got certified, they've got the jobs. Okay, I'm not telling everyone have got the job. There are genuine people who have got the job, genuinely who have attended our sessions without missing any of our instructions we have given. Okay, certificate of participation, this is very much important. This certification is valid and you can submit in your profile as well. You can put that in your resume as well, but this will be given only for those who attend all the 5 days. Otherwise, we're not going to give the certificate. Okay, because we are very serious about this session. It's not that just for sake we are actually doing, because we are taking more efforts all 5 days sitting here and leaving all our work and coming here, because I am actually a CEO of a company and I'm sitting here. Just think that how important it is for others as well, and how much importance we give for our students. Okay, right. People, anything, please put it in the chat box. I can see some of you are actually putting that. Okay, I think some of you are not able to chat. Let me just see, people. Okay, everyone, right. I think now everyone can say so. Okay, right. Okay, so I was talking about certificate of participation. So this is what I have for the introduction. Now I'll straight away jump to the Excel. Okay, right. So before I go to the Excel part, let me just show you where the notes are available. Okay, so that you guys can download them and start working. Sri Lakshmi has a question. Please, you can post the question. I'll read that. Okay. See here. This is my LinkedIn, people. Okay, you can go and search. You can go and search here. You can get connected with me in the LinkedIn. Okay, right. So people, let's not take much time. We have a lot of things to work. Here is the course. Okay, here you have, I have uploaded entire session, whatever you're working, example files here. Okay, now if you go and check, I'll show you the folder. Let me minimize all this, and then I'll go to this folder. You can see that all the files, okay, in Excel, whatever can be covered, I have covered here. I'll be explaining about this one by one. Okay, I want all of you to have a note and a pen where you can write down, and in the end of the session, you can post that in your profile and you can tag me in the Instagram and also in the LinkedIn. So which you also will have some contacts. Okay, right. So let me start with the introduction. So we are starting now Excel. I want all of you, if you think that you want to make a note of it, you can please make a note of it. Let me start from scratch, thinking that you guys don't know Excel. If people know Excel, please excuse. This is for the people who are learning from scratch, because we are concentrating on students, freshers, and the fresh graduates. Okay, right. Introduction. Let me show you something. This MS Excel is not one separate application. It actually comes with MS Office package. In this package, there are so many applications. Let me just tell you. MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Outlook are the major applications what the companies actually use. In that, majorly, MS Excel is actually used. I'll tell you why it is actually used in the next chapter. But now just understand. MS Office application, people actually say Word file, Excel file, PowerPoint file. Okay, people, you are still, students, you don't know much about these applications. You might be very much new. So please see this. Word is actually called as document. Excel will be called as workbook. PowerPoint will be called as presentation. Access will be called as database, and Outlook will be called as mail item. So you should understand this. If you speak in this language, people will think that you know something technically with these applications. If you say Word file, Excel file, also it is acceptable, but be more specific so that in the companies, people will actually feel good about you because they feel that you have good knowledge, right? Okay. File name extensions. For Word, it is .docx. For Excel, it is .xlsx. For PPT, it is .pptx. And for Access, it is .accdb. For Outlook, we have two different extensions. We call it as .pst or .ost. Okay. All right. Next, there are different versions. Okay. Starting from 2000, then 2003, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, and 21. These are the different versions what we have. These versions are called as standalone versions. That means you get this installed, and suppose if you want to get the updated versions, you have to install the new version. That is when it gets released. But otherwise, now we have something called as MS Office 365. Wherever you hear about this 365, that means this 365 is nothing but it's a subscription version where you can store the data in cloud, which we call it as OneDrive. Okay. If you don't know this, don't worry too much. I'll also be showing you practically about these things. Okay. Right. People, there are some people who are raising hands. People, I'll give time for this, the discussions. Please, there are a lot of things to discuss because I don't want this to be like a discussion session. I want this to be, some training session. Okay. But for sure, I'll take all your questions. I'll take all your questions. You have my number. You can just note it and you can message me as well. After the session, I'll answer your questions. Okay. So this is about the introduction. Okay. All right, let's close this. And these files are already given to you as well. Next, Excel is spreadsheet. Please don't mind if I'm a little fast because there are a lot of things to teach you people, and this recording will be given to you without fail, and it's my promise. Spreadsheet principles. Excel is a spreadsheet. But why it is called a spreadsheet? Keep in mind, Excel is a spreadsheet. And why it is called a spreadsheet, I'll tell you. There are some rules for spreadsheets. What are those? The spreadsheet is an application which will display and manipulate data arranged in rows and columns. We can store the data in the application. We can write the formulas for calculations. We can create the report, that is, we can insert charts and graphs, and we can analyze the data. If all these, the options which are available, then that is called a spreadsheet, where MS Excel has got all these options. That is why many companies actually use Excel for their, keeping the track of their reports, or analyzing the data, presenting, creating documentations. Everything can be done in a very low cost as well. So I'll tell all the students here who are there, people who master Excel, I'll tell you, it is very good application. People who wants to start their career in analytics and reportings, first step is Excel. If someone says Excel is nothing, I will tell you, because I have 17 years of experience. I've started my career in 2003 using this Excel, and even today, I'm using this MS Excel, and many of my students are earning more than 10 lakhs as a freshers as well, by learning this Excel, SQL Server, and Power BI. So be serious about this training. Okay, right. Now, I want to work on Excel. I have Excel in my system. How to open this? Let me show you how actually you should open. People actually go here to the start button. You can see my cursor here. You can just see, they'll go to start button. They'll start searching here like this. And I find Excel and I'll click on this. This is one way, but I'll tell you the easiest way. Press Windows key plus R. See, I'll get one run command like this. Just type Excel here. And then say, okay. See, Excel is open. So you don't have to bother. Like this, I have a lot of shortcut keys, a lot of interesting things which I'll be telling you. Okay, so that it makes others feel that though you are a student, how you're so expert. Okay, see, this is what you should do. It's a very simple. Windows key plus R. Type Excel and press OK or press enter. Done. Excel is open. Okay. Right. Next. Understanding the screen layout. Let me, from here afterwards, I will stop PPT. Okay. I am not a person who actually prepare all this PPT, and you can see my PPT is very simple. I'm not a person who actually go with this PPT training, open that and keep on giving you all this theoretical knowledge. Okay, I'm not that person. I'm a person who actually wants to show practically. This one PPT, last PPT, I'll just show you, and then we'll stop PPT. We'll go for Excel and work on the files. Let me open Excel. And then I'll tell you what we have with the screen layout. Here we have only 2 slides. Let me finish it. We have welcome screen and we have the screen layout. And let's close this. Let's be a practical person. Let's make sure that we are experts. Okay. All right. This is called as welcome screen. So to quickly talk about this, we have some predefined templates. These are all predefined templates. So what are predefined templates? Predefined templates are the templates which actually are designed and stored. They are already available. I just have to click on that, and then the ready-made templates are opened. Whatever data is there, I'll just plug in, finish. My task is done. But we are not here for that. We are here to learn from scratch, to create these kind of beautiful templates from scratch. Okay. All right. I'll tell you how to do that. Don't worry. Next. If you see this, I have this account. If I click on this account, you can see Microsoft subscription product, Microsoft 365. That means I'm using 365, the latest version. So what you will be learning now is the latest version. Okay. All right. Now, I was in this welcome screen. So what I'll do, I'll say blank workbook. If I click on blank workbook, I'll come to the screen. This is called as the screen layout. This is what Excel looks like. 2007 to the latest version. This is how the layout actually looks. Let me take one notepad and quickly I'll just point out what all things are available in this Excel, which will help you in exploring the options. I'll tell you one secret after this, okay? How to master, how to become an expert in Excel in a simple way, okay? All right, first is the screen layout, okay? Let's divide this like this. First is ribbon. What is ribbon? This part, what you see on top, this strip, what you see, this is called as a ribbon. Next, this part, the entire thing here, this is called as formula bar. Right. Next, this part, this is called as workspace. Next, we have sheet tab. I can insert some sheets like this. This is called as sheet tabs. And next, we have the status bar, where it will talk about the status of what actually we are doing in this workspace. Let me go here and I'll say status bar. That's all is Excel. But in this, we have a lot of things to work on. The screen layout, see, I just divided this like this: a ribbon, then formula bar, and then workspace, and then sheet tabs and status bar. Just keep this in mind. If you want, you can make a note of it. Okay. And finally, what you do is put in your LinkedIn page or put it in your Instagram page and tag me. Okay. So that you guys can also connect with my connections as well. Okay. Right. The ribbon. See, ribbon again further is classified into tabs. What are tabs? These are tabs, what you see on top. How are they classified? They're actually classified depending on the task, what it does. What is that? If you go and check, see, insert, draw, page layout. When I say insert, that means I can insert something. When I say draw, I'm actually using it for drawing something. When I say data, it is for related to data. So what I'm trying to tell you is the tabs are actually categorized depending on the task what we perform. Next, the tabs will have groups. Every tab will have groups. You can see that. Insert, I have charts, spark lines, filters. All these are called as groups. That means further they are categorized so that the task what we're actually doing, on which commands actually we are performing the task. Now, suppose if you want to insert something, you want to insert chart, I'll go to this group. If you want to insert shapes, I'll go to this group. If you want to insert spark lines, we'll go to this group. So depending on the task, depending on the commands, these groups are classified. Further groups will be classified into commands. This is how the hierarchy actually works. Okay, right. This is ribbon. Next is the formula bar. Formula bar is actually used for typing text or recognizing the address. Address of what? See, I'll click on this cell. Now you can see F4. This is F and this is 4. And what you see, this is the formula bar where I can type something. Now here in formula bar, we have formula bar and then we have address bar. Right? Okay, good. Coming to the workspace. In workspace, we have A, B, C, D. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This A, B, C, D, what you see, this is called as column headers, the column names. This vertical, what you see, this is called as column. Keep in mind, that is how we should actually remember the vertical thing, what you see, this is called as column. What you see horizontally, this one, this is called as row. Okay. Now, in the workspace, we have rows, columns. Okay. Right. Here we have rows and columns, but there is a limitations for this. What is that? See, hold control and down arrow. It will take me to the last row. If you want to know how many rows are available, it is very difficult to remember the row number, the big numbers actually. If you see, it says 10 lakh, 48,576 is the maximum row what you can have. But people imagine, sometimes we forget our mobile number itself. Then it's very difficult to remember this row number. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll type the maximum number is 10 lakh, 48,576. Now, when I type this, you might be thinking, oh, this guy is so genius. He remembers so many things. Nothing like that. I'm not a genius. I'm not an expert. Only thing is, I have more experience and every day I teach this. So it is very easy for me to remember. Then you'll be thinking, what should I do? Don't do anything. Don't, by heart it. Just go to the Excel sheet, hold control, down arrow, you just see once. Again, sometimes whenever you feel that you forget, again go check that. You keep doing this for 2 or 3 days, I'll tell you this will be on your mind. If anybody will ask, easily you can answer that. This we understood. But what about this limitations for columns? So here I have this A, B, C, D. I'll go up to Z. After that, what? It is A, B, A, C. It goes on like this. Till where it goes? Control, right arrow. Now, if you see, it is XFD. This is the last column. Now, how will I know what is the maximum number we have? For that, I'll tell you what you should do. There is one formula. What is that formula? Let me zoom this and I'll show you. Equals column, open bracket, close bracket. This is, make a note of it. Column, open bracket, close bracket. And please, again, I'm telling you, people, if I'm fast, please don't mind because I have so many things to teach you. Okay, we have time constraint, but this video is given to all the participants here. Okay, so please, I request, please do not feel bad if I'm fast. Enter. See, it says 4. What does it say? It is giving me the current column number. Why don't we use the same thing here then? I'll go here, I'll say equals column, open bracket, close bracket, equals, will give you the formula. Enter, see, 16,384 is the maximum number of columns what we have. $16,384. Let me put that in the notepad. Rows. Now the columns, 16,384. Again, if you think I'm forgetting this every time, go to the last column, control right arrow, and then type equals column. Done. Okay, so likewise, you can remember the limitations. There are so many interesting things like this. We learn one by one by one. Okay, right. Next, what we have is the sheet tabs. Here we have this rows and columns. What you see here, this is called as the cell. Okay, this is cell. And if I select these things, this is called as a range. A range means the entire range. More than one cell, if I'm selecting, it is called as range or cell. Some people call it as cells. Yes, it is right. Some people call it as range. Yes, that is also right. Okay. Now, if I select one cell, you can see H is getting highlighted, 3 is getting highlighted. That is H3. The address to recognize that particular cell. Okay. Right. So we understood about the workspace. This is where we'll be working. So the next chapters will all be working in this workspace only. A lot of things to discuss on this workspace in the coming chapters. Sheet tabs. I can insert any number of sheets. There is no limit for number of sheets. I can keep inserting the sheets. I can delete. I can right click and say delete the sheet. I can hide the sheet. I can unhide the hidden sheets as well. Right click here. If you want to color the sheets, you can go here. You can color like this. Okay. Next, what we have is the status bar. I'll tell you what actually it is status bar. See, I'll type some numbers. Let me select this. You can see I'm getting the status here. Okay. If anybody wants to learn for free the complete detailed information about the status bar, I have almost one video actually completely about the status bar, only status bar in my YouTube channel. You can go and check that. It is completely free again. Whatever I'm telling you now is nothing you are paying. Okay, nothing you have to pay. Okay, it is completely free there in my YouTube channel. You can check that. All right, so this is the screen layout and the welcome screen, what we have seen. I'll just close this. I'll just close this Excel file and we'll take some practical files to work. Before I go to this practical class, okay, I have a poll for you. just to ask. I have what somewhere around 116 to 120 students here. I'll put one poll just to ask, how many of you want to become data analyst? Quickly, I should get the answers. Very good. So all of you here are very much interested in data analytics. Good. 84, 85. Very good. Only one person says no. That's fine. No problem. That is your interest. Very good. Okay. Good. So just 1%, maybe they are into some other field, but they wants to know about something they would have come. That's fine. It's their interest. But 98%, 98% of people wants to become data analyst. You should know what to learn if you want to become a data analyst. That I'll teach you now, one by one. Okay. Right. Now, here afterwards, we'll be learning about the practical sessions, how actually we can use this Excel. Okay. Make a note of it when I'm actually telling something. Let me just go to the 4th chapter. Right. Shyam Shankar says, I want to become a data scientist. People wants to become data scientist. Data analytics play a very major part. Okay. So data scientist will have little more options that I can tell you in a 4th day or the 5th day. If you're attending, I'll talk about the data science as well. But to become a data scientist, data analytics play a very important role. Okay. It's a very important role to learn data analytics. All right, people. Now, I'll show you very interesting thing about the Excel. First, let's start with the basic exercise. Very basic, very simple exercise. We have something called as list in Excel. Okay, let me delete this and I'll show you practically what actually I'm telling. All of you listen. Okay, if anybody asks and tell that Excel is very difficult, tell them that Excel is easy. I want all my students to have in their mind that Excel is easy. That's all. To that extent, I have made things, to make you guys familiar. Okay. Right. Now, first thing what you have to learn is auto list and custom list. Usually in the companies, we prepare a lot of reports. We keep on typing. You would have seen, okay, professionals especially, you would have seen your managers or someone, or you only will be keep typing something. Don't do that. I'll tell you a very simple thing. What is that? Say, I want to generate month name. See, I'll just type Jan. That's all. What should I do? Select this. Here I have something called as fill handle. We call this as fill handle. When I move my cursor, can you see that the cursor changes? Here it says white color plus mark. I'll move my cursor, it becomes black color plus mark. Let me drag it down. See, automatically I'm getting this January, February up to December. If further drag, again I'll get January, February. This is small letters. What if I want capital letters? See, automatically it will take. This is Excel speciality. Month. Again, I want January. See, drag it. Exactly. It will give me the full name. Capital January. But make sure that the spelling is right. Okay. See, automatically I can generate. Not only this, if I type like this, say, first letter caps. Now let me drag it down. See, anyways you give, automatically it will take. Week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Sun, and I'll drag it. See, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday. Let me drag it down. See, it's such easy. Quarter. I have a question. How many quarters are there in a year? People, students, how many quarters are there in a year? 4, 4, 4, 4. Wow. See, everyone knows this. I'm very happy that you guys know a lot of things. Only thing is you have not explored. Shyam Shankar 3. Why Sham Shankar? It is actually 4. Okay, it is 4 quarters. Yes. Okay. See here, I'll say quarter 1 and I'll keep this. Can you see that? Quarter 1 to quarter 4? Yes. Okay. Not only this, if you are working on some projects and if you think I don't have the proper names, what I can do, let's say product 001, I'll say prod 001, just drag it, see, I'll get unique values. Later on, you can change, you can replace that. This is called as auto list. But what if I want to customize my own list? Okay, stop people. Now listen, okay, just when I ask question, we can answer. But I'm very happy that, you guys are so much interested. The way you're actually answering, I just felt that you guys are so much interested, okay? We ask questions to just check how active you are, that's all. Very happy to see people are so active. Chavi, I think you should maximize your screen, okay? Maximize your screen and see. Okay. Just check once. All of you are facing the same problem, the gray screen. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. Let me just stop sharing and again I'll share that. Now you just check. Is it still same? All of you? It's clear? Okay. Whenever it happens like that, please let me know. I will do that. Okay. All right. Okay, done. Now, next, custom list. All of you, please listen now. Okay, so that was very easy. Now, this is something what you have to learn. I have a state. If I type something, say Alabama, and if I drag, I should get the list. I'm not getting bookcases. Let me just go paste it, drag it down. I'm getting it. How? When I type this, I'm not getting. When I type this, I'm getting. Let me see this first class. See, this is also not coming. Why? This is not coming. And how actually I can add this to list? Very easy. People, what you do? Click here. Hold control. Hold control, shift down arrow. I selected. Don't copy nothing. Just select. Go to file. Options. See, these steps I'm telling, you can see in the video and you can learn later as well. Options. Click on advanced. Scroll down. Edit custom list. Here you can see the address is already selected. Now just click on this import. The list is imported. Okay, here we see that bookcase is already there. That's why we're getting this. Say okay. And say okay. Done. I'm done with the list. This is called as custom list. We are customizing. Now I just typed, drag it down, see, I'm getting the list. Right? Okay. Next, I have one more list here. Suppose I have not selected this. Directly, I'll go to this file, options, and say advanced. Scroll down, edit custom list. I didn't select the list. What should I do? Don't worry. Don't say cancel and again go and select. Go to this. This is called as range picker. That means I'm trying to pick the range. Click on this. Select the range. And then I'll say import. See, done. Say okay. Say okay. Done. Now you see, I'll type first class. And then I will drag it down. See? That's how you can create the list. Now you might be thinking, why should I create this list? The lists are actually created so that you don't waste time and keep typing or copy the data from some other file and keep pasting it. Now, even if I close this file, let me close this file. I closed this file. I'll take a new sheet. Now you see here, I'll just type Alabama. Okay. Drag it down. See? Now you don't have to bother. This list will be available till you delete it. If you delete, it's gone. Otherwise, it will be available. And one more thing I want to tell you, if you are sending a file with this list, that doesn't mean that The list what you've created also will be transferred. That is application level. That means it is available in your application. It is available in your system, which is not transferable. So if the other person also wants to create, he has to copy that, or he has to select that, create a list and keep it for himself, and then it will work. Okay. So this is auto list and custom list. Okay. Right. Next. Paste special. Okay. How many of you know copy and paste? The shortcut key, or if you know copy and paste, how many of you know? You can message people, you can message. You say yes, enough. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Good, good. Oh my God. Yes, yes, everyone knows how to copy. Okay, right. Now stop. Let's work on the exercise. Okay, all of you please stop. You know, this copy is there from school days, correct? We copy from others while writing the exam. So we love this copying very much. Yes or no? All of you. Yeah. Control C copy. Yes. Right from the school days, we are happy to copy the contents. Yeah. So the same thing has continued with our job also. Copy, paste. You know, most of the students, most of the professionals also come and they'll say, sir, you're working on Excel. You know, the problem is we just copy and paste. We have the work only for Control C, Control V. That's what we are doing. What else we can do? Please help us in learning something more in Excel. There is a lot of things. People actually think this copy and paste is boring. Let me show you something very interesting as well. Okay, right. Assume that I have a formula here. Okay, what happens is in the company, as your student, you might find it a little difficult to understand how the companies actually work, but I'll tell you how it works. For the professionals, it is easy for them to understand. This will be like a template where I need to update and send it to someone. Say it can be manager or client or someone. Okay, you see, here I don't have any formula. What we do, we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. Control C, Control V. I just made Control C, Control V. But this part, if I say Control C and if I say Control V, we won't get the proper results because it's a formula. Okay. At this stage, you might find it a little difficult to understand, but I'll tell you what you should do when you want to copy the formula as a values. Control C, that is same thing. But here I'll select this cell, go to this paste. You can see in the home tab, I have this paste. Here I'll have something called as paste special. Click on this paste special. Here you can see values. Click on this values. And now if I say, okay, here I have the formula, but here you will not have the formula. Here we'll have only the values. Okay. So this is what I was trying to tell. Copy paste is also a very interesting thing if you actually try to understand it properly. Don't think copy paste is only Control C and Control V. A lot of things to do. Now assume that I have a template like this. This is a different template. And I have one more template here where we have well designed, well formatted, and the columns are organized with good column width. I need to do the same thing for this table. What I'll do, select the columns, Control C. Now select all these columns. Go to this file. Sorry people, not file. Paste and say paste special. Here I have column width. Select, say okay. See, same column width. Right. Next. Let me show you one more interesting thing, which we actually frequently work in the companies. Most of the professionals also will feel difficult about it. See, we'll go here, copy this, Control C, and I'll say Control V. You can see there are some blanks here. This is not what I want. What I actually want is these things. Wherever I have the values, only those values to be pasted. And wherever I don't have the values, here that should be left as is. In that case, let me copy this again. Control C. While pasting, say paste special. Here I have something called as skip blanks. Skip blanks will skip wherever the blanks are available. I'll say, okay, see, wherever there were blank, it is as is. But wherever there were values, they're all replaced. So this is skip blanks. Now let's say I have one table, copy this. I want this to change the direction. We call it as transpose. Let me go somewhere here. I want to transpose the entire table. Paste special. And here I have this transpose. Say, okay, see, rows to column, columns to rows. Again, same thing if I copy and if I go to this paste special and here I'll say transpose, see, the direction changes. So whenever you're working on something where you have to copy and paste the data in different formats, use this paste special. A lot of things to explore there. You can explore that as well. Right. Not only this, we can also do calculations. Let me show you. See, I will copy this and I'll paste it. I'm just making a duplicate column of it. I want the entire values to be divided by 12. Usually we write formula, but what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll say copy. See this 12, select. And then here what I do is I'll go to this paste special and I have this operations. Click on values and say, I want to divide operations. Say, okay, see, automatically it will get divided. Right. Not only that, suppose I want this table to be as picture. Let me show you some interesting thing. I'll insert one more sheet. Go here. I'll say copy, control C. Okay. Go here and I'll say paste as picture. See, this is paste as picture link. What is page? I think the clipboard is okay. See, paste as picture link. Now there is a link. I can increase this. I can decrease this. See, what is the speciality of it? See, I will change the values here. We just observe. I just change some values. You go to the sheet and see, can you see that? It's getting changed here. Though it's a picture, it's a picture. So these kind of things, when you actually start working on dashboards, start working on reportings, these things will come. But I'm telling you, using this copy paste special, you can do all these things. Such easy it is actually. I'm telling you again and again, Excel is easy. Only thing is you have to explore. Let me tell you one thing, okay, people, the secret of mastering anything, okay, first explore, then experience, and then no one can stop you becoming expert. If you agree this, message me agreed. People, if you think what I told is right, type agreed. Good. See, this is the mantra what I followed since when I started my career. Explore how much ever is possible. You don't have to practice anything. Once you start exploring, say for example, I'll go to this data. There are so many options. Try to explore it. After that, try to experience it. What is experience? That means try to do R&D, do something, do some, say, work on that. Start practicing. Then no one can stop you becoming expert. Okay? No one can stop. And to be very frank, okay, I have trained so many professionals. While training the professionals, they actually don't have this energy, but I can see a lot of people actually messaging, out of, I think 121 people are there, at least 115 people are answering. I feel very happy that the energy what you have, that is what, I feel very happy about the students. They have a lot of energy. Even professionals also, they are very good. But, sometimes what happens, they already have that experience. They might not answer what we actually ask the questions, but students, freshers who are actually hungry for getting job, they have a lot of energy. That is what I can see now as well. Okay, right. So I am very happy that you people are there for all 5 days. I'll be really happy actually. I don't know how much you actually gain the knowledge, but I'll be very happy to share the knowledge for all these 5 days. Okay, all right. So people, let me close this and Next, what we have, let's see, interesting things. Protecting sheet, sorting, filtering. Okay. Before going to this, let me talk about ITAS Asare. Okay, because ITAS Asare is the one who has actually organized this particular training for all of you. So let me just uh, talk few things about ITAS Asare, and then I'll come back. I'll just take 5 minutes. That's also, you'll also be aware of what is ITAS Asare. Okay. Right. I'll not take much time, people. I'll not actually waste time at all. I don't like wasting time. Right. So this 5 days free training, data analytics with career guidance, is actually organized by ITAS Asare. It's a foundation part of iTech Analytics Solutions. Okay. So ITAS Asare is a foundation which is a part of iTech Analytics Solutions, typically formed to support and enhance educational opportunities for underprivileged students. So this is what actually we started. Then after that, we started with the data analytics to teach people who actually, students who wanted to learn this, because you can see in the market there are courses which is very hefty, actually more than 2 lakhs 3 lakhs, so we thought to do something for the students. Okay, the primary goal of ITAS Asare is to provide educational support such as books, uniforms, which have already done from last 4 years, stationaries for underprivileged students. ITAS Asare also supports students and graduates for enhancing their skills in analytics and reportings, career guidance for better career and jobs. So now what we're actually doing is that, and also we started this after this COVID. Okay, so in COVID, many students actually approached us for getting skill sets. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. For placements, we used to actually charge. Okay, but once COVID hit, from that day we decided any person who gets job from us. Okay, I'm not telling that I'm not God to give job for everyone. People, I honestly tell that there are many people who have got job from our reference. I don't want to take the credit. Very frankly, I'm telling those who have got the job, I'm very happy for them. And we stopped charging for them for the placements. The reason is we know how much of problem everyone had in that COVID period. So that time, this analytics and reportings for students also started. Okay. Right. So this is what we have done. So in 2018, we actually donated 4 lakh rupees for the Karnataka and Kerala flood relief fund. People, I'll tell you how actually we collected this amount later in one of the slides. Then in 2019, we did this blood donation camp. After that, the COVID hit, so we couldn't do anything in 2020. In 2021, we actually donated 500 plus students the books and stationaries. Then we also did that in 2022, and then now we are actually trying to do more other things within our limits. Okay, I'll tell you what ITAS Asar is all about. You might be thinking these people are doing, many organizations are doing. I agree that there are more bigger things people are actually doing, but people, let me tell you one thing: we are not raising funds or donations from any other sources. Please keep this in mind. We are not an organization who go and ask, give us some funds, we actually help people. No, there are many organizations who are actually doing that. This is our satisfaction, what we do. We dedicate some courses and webinars to raise funds. Whatever funds we get, I mentioned 2018, we collected 4 lakh rupees. I'll tell you, all our staff gave their 1 month salary, and we collected the entire fees. Okay, entire fees, and we actually gave that amount, the entire month, 1 month collection of our fees, 100%. Okay, we are actually there for educational support within our limits. Again, I'm not telling that we are God, we are doing something. Whatever is possible from us, only we are doing that, but we're not going to raise funds. Okay, you can see that we actually create some courses where we actually dedicatedly take some amount from that and we actually donate it. Okay, we don't raise funds from others. And we actually started one more, in the previous Lok Sabha elections, many people actually were not voting. So for that, to encourage them, what we did is, our one course which costs 25,000 rupees, we gave it completely free, who vote, and then they actually come to us with their selfies. Okay, I don't know if any other institute would have done that. We have done that. And we are given this completely free, the entire course, which is 25,000 rupees, which we used to charge plus GST. So this we are given completely free to encourage people to vote. And we have the same thing for this election as well. I'm not sure what actually we are going to give, but yes, we have that in plans. So still, I have a lot of corporate trainings going on. So because of that, I couldn't plan. So this is one thing we did. And for women, 1,000 women, we gave the course, okay, 29,500, that is 25,000 plus GST, that course, same course, what I mentioned there, we gave it completely free for 1,000 women. Okay, so whatever is possible within our limits, we have done. Okay, so education is most important part of our life. Thank you. So this is about ITAS answer. Okay, so if you felt good, then please say good. Otherwise, also any suggestions also fine. But people, we are doing this from our heart. We are not doing this to show it to someone. I'm just telling you because you attended this session. I wanted to tell who actually has organized this classes for people. Okay, so we are still doing, and again, people, I'm promising you, and we are telling that we'll continue this. We don't raise funds. We do it from our heart. All right. So thank you so much for this 5 minutes. Thank you. Thanks to everyone. There are so many people messaging. I'm very happy. Thank you so much, people. We just expect your blessings. That's all. You give us blessings saying that have more energy to help people like this. That's all. That's all we expect from you people. Okay. All right, people. Now let's keep this ITAS Asare aside. Okay. Now stop all of you. Stop all of you. We have things to work on. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you, for your blessings. Now, please, 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 I ask stop. Now we'll go for sessions. Okay. We have very less time, people. Okay. All right. Next, the next is about protecting the sheet. Let me open this file. And people, all these files are available. You can download that. Okay. All right. What is the meaning of protecting the sheets? Okay. We'll go to this review. In this review tab, I have this protect sheet. I have one file. I have one sheet where I don't want others to work. They should only see. They should not modify it. See, someone goes and delete, gone. Your data is gone. I don't want others to delete this, but they can read. So what I'll do, I'll go here, see, protect sheet. Click on this. Enough. You'll get one window like this. Don't do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'll say okay. See, just okay. See, now I cannot delete. I cannot modify. Nothing I can do. Right. Now let me unprotect it. Sometimes what happens, we have a template where few columns, few cells has to be allowed to modify. That is, they have to enter. Say, let's say this is one template where people has to go and they have to work on that. So what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll select these cells. Only those cells which I need to modify. And then what you do is make a note of this one shortcut key, Control 1. Control 1 is a shortcut key, Control 1, Control plus 1. Let me type here. If you think Control plus 1. Okay. Make a note of it. Control 1, I'll come to this one window which says format cells. I'll go to this protection. Okay. Here, usually this will be locked. This will be locked like this. Remove this lock and say, okay. I removed the lock option. See now, this one, say somewhere here, Control 1, if you go and see, this is enabled, right? Okay. Let me see this one is a formula. Let me remove this here. Okay. Now you see, I'll protect and say, okay. See, now I'll be able to modify this. But I cannot modify this because it is protected. Okay. Only this can be modified, right? Okay. I'll unprotect. Now let me apply filters. What is filter? There is a chapter, I'll tell you. But now we'll see what is filter. I'll apply filter. Now I'll try to protect it. See, I cannot filter. What should I do? Let me unprotect. Again, while protecting, here we have so many options. So many options. Can you see this? It says use auto filter. Click on this. Say okay. Now you see, I protected it. I'll click on this. See, I can filter the data. So here, if you see, there are so many options. You can explore that. I cannot go and explain everything. So whatever you feel that you need to enable after protecting, you can enable them here. Otherwise, you can ignore them. Okay, right. We understood about protecting the sheet. Now you see, again, I'll protect. I have a template. I have one very confidential formula, some very big formula I've written. Client will go and check. He can see the formula. I don't want the formula to be seen by the client. What will I do? Unprotect. Select. Go to this. Control 1. Here it says hidden. Previously, I had already done. So I just uncheck that. Now I'm again checking it. Say okay. Hidden means this applies only for formulas. Now let me go and I'll say protect and say okay. See, it is protected. But now see, there is no formula. The client actually feel, say I'll change this to something. The values are changing, the formula is working, but what happened? Nothing is seen. Okay, this is how you can actually, okay, right, unprotect. This is one thing. What I did, protect sheet, I used to say okay, and someone comes here, unprotect, and you can easily edit that. I don't want this to happen. I want this to be more protected. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll give password. Password, you can give anything, but please make sure that you'll remember it, because here we don't have recovery password. I'll type 123. That's the easiest thing what I can actually remember. Okay, I know only 123. After that, I don't know. I'll say okay. Again, it asks for re-enter password 123. Done. Now you see unprotected. It will ask for password. Unless and until you give password, it will not open. Okay, 123. It will. So this is how you can actually protect the worksheet. Okay, any worksheet you can do that. Right. Close this. Okay, right. Next thing what we have is sorting techniques. People, whatever task I'm actually telling here, please make a note why they're actually used. After that, sit and explore. It is very easy. I given a lot of contents here for every chapter. For every chapter, I given the Excel file, and you can download that and you can start practicing. Videos is given to you. Okay. Next time, if someone will ask, I'll not give video to you. Okay. Sorting. Okay. Here, let me just tell you why this sorting is used. First of all, sorting is what? Sorting means arranging up the data. Why do we arrange? Okay. Let's imagine I'm going to one website. I click on one drop down. If the name of the cities are organized A to Z, it is easy for us to read the data. If at all it is like jumbled, it is really not easy to read the data. So that is why arranging of the data is very important in data analytics, because I can read the data, I can study the data, and then I can come for a conclusion to analyze the data. A lot of things are there. You might be thinking, what is this sorting? Simple option. No, we're actually using this to arrange the data and study it. Very simple. Here, we have 3 different kind of data. Okay, what is that? See, I have text. This is text alphabets. I have numbers. These are numbers. I have date. So text, number, and date are the 3 things what actually we can sort. Now, how to sort? Say, I'll just select this. Say Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. This shortcut key is very handy actually, or you can use Control A as well. Okay. Say I selected, go to this data. Here I have sort. Now, people, I know you might be thinking there are so many shortcut keys. How to master the shortcut keys? Don't worry. I will add the shortcut keys list as well. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to add. Now, when I was actually doing, then I felt that you guys need the shortcut keys as well. I'll promise that I'll put the shortcut keys as well. I have a list of shortcut keys you can download, or go to my Instagram page. That is iTech Analytics Solutions. Or if anybody is there, from Karnataka or who are actually into Kannada, there is one channel also in Instagram, techinfo kannada.official. You can go there. There also we have the shortcut keys, videos and contents. Okay. All right. Others, please don't worry. We are doing it in English. Okay. So please don't think that. So whatever was there for some people who can't understand English and they want Kannada, I just told them. But again, this entire session will be on English only. Okay. Please. All right. So now, first thing is I'll try to sort text. See, region, state, category. I'll select region. Can you see that? It says A to Z. I'll say, okay. See, the entire data got sorted by A to Z. Now let me click on this sort. Now I want the data to be sorted by numbers. You just observe when I click on this number, what happens? See, sales. See, got changed automatically. Smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Now it is your wish which one you have to select. I'll select this largest to smallest because I want the highest number on top. Say, okay, see, the highest number on top like this. Right. Sort. Let me sort date. Now you see what happens to the date. See, newest to oldest or oldest to newest. Simple. Now say I want newest to oldest. Let the latest date come on top. I will say, okay, see, 2018, the data here is the latest date. This is for date, text, and number. Apart from this, people, there are many people who think that only sorting can be done on the values. No, I'll show you some interesting things. Sort. We'll go here. Let me check. What is that? Region. Click on region. And if I click here, say font color, I can sort the data by font color as well. See, I want red color to be on top. I'll say copy level. And here I want next blue color. Next copy level, I'll say green color. See, on top, say okay. See, the data is sorted by red, blue, and green. Not only this, let me delete all the levels. Click on this level. Level is nothing but the column headers, what you have. Okay, the columns. Click on this, I'll say category. Okay, and here I have this cell color. Okay, cell color, I want this orange color to be on top. Copy level, and here we have this, say green color. It's a copy level, and then I want light pink color, whatever. Say okay. See, like this also you can sort. So keep in mind, it's not that only the values can be sorted. You can sort it by colors as well. We have one icons here, which we call it as conditional formatting. That also I'll be teaching you. Sort, delete all this, add label. I'll go to this sales. I have to select that column only. Okay. Now I'll go here, say conditional formatting. I want green color to be on top. Copy level, then yellow color. Copy level, say red color. See, first green color, then after that yellow color, and then after that red color. Like this. So this is sort. Okay. Right. Next. I know I'm a little fast, but please don't mind. Okay. Again and again, I'm telling you. Filtering. Filtering means slicing. I have some data. I want only few data depending on the selections. So sorting is to arrange. Filtering is to slice. Okay. All right. Now let's go and see what we can do with the filtering. I will select this and I'll say data. Here I have the filter. When I click on this filter, see, I'll get some small icons like this. The previous chapter we did protecting, there I clicked on this filter, I got this filter. I have not protected the sheet, I'll just try to filter. Exactly the sorting what we did. Exactly the sorting what we did. The text, the number and the date, same thing we can filter here also. Click on this. Say I want only technology. See, only technology is filtered. State, I'll say Alabama. Say okay. See, we can filter like this. Right. Remove the filters, go and say select. Apart from this, there are more other filter options. Go to the state. See, text filters here have so many options. Say Let me take this customer name. I'll go to this text filters. I'll say begins with A. I want all the names begins with A. See, all the names with A will be filtered. I want to filter contains ARE. See now, I given ARE. This ARE can be anywhere. See, ARE is here. See here, ARE is here. It can be anywhere. So if you think I want to filter something like that, you can go to that filter options here, and then you can try to it's like this. Okay. Right. Now I'll say clear. Next is, let's see the numbers. Go and click on this. I can select the numbers like this. See, I want 0.34, sorry, 84, 85. Say, okay, I can filter like this. But numbers are not like this. Numbers will be something like a range. Say, let me clear this. And let's see what is the highest value. 23,000. Okay. Filter, number filter, and say, where do we have this range? Say between, I want all the values between 5,000 to 6,000. See, don't think it's very difficult. Just click on the option, you'll get all these selections. Say, okay, see, all the values between 5,000 to 6,000 will be filtered. So like this also you can filter. You can explore. So many things are there. So many options are available. Just go here, click on this. See, just try. That's what I was saying. Explore. Click on this. Something will come. You might make some mistake. Let it be. Make mistakes. Learn from mistakes. But next, say date. Have this date. Let's go here. Say I want only 2003 data. I'll click on this. Say okay. See, only 2003 data is there. Click on this. In this 2003, what data we have? See, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I want only 2nd April. See, you can select like this as well. Otherwise, I'll go to this date filters. Say I want today's date. Click on this. See, only today's date will be filtered. If at all you have the data, otherwise it will give blank values. Say yesterday's data like this. So filters are also very easy, where you can just go filter depending on date, number, or text. Not only this, you can filter by colors as well, like what we did for sorting. Say filter by color. See, but I can filter only one color at a time. State, filter by color. Okay, only one color is there. Let's go and we'll clear this. Here I'll select filter by color. Let's say I want blue color. See, not only this, if you have any icons like this, see, I want only yellow color. See, like this. Filters are very easy. You can just go select something and I can filter it. Okay. Right. Let me close this. Next, what do we have? Conditional formatting. Okay. Conditional format. What is this? Let me take some time for this and then I'll teach you, because this is very important. People who are actually into analytics and reportings. For analyzing your data, sorting and filtering is required. But for reporting, this conditional formatting is actually required. Let me go here. We'll take some time here. Okay. A lot of things to discuss here. First, we'll understand what is formatting. Formatting means you can see that I have all the borders. I have all the lines here. All the numbers are aligned. 1,000 separators. Here I have some indentation. You can see this table looks very neat. Very neat. But I want to apply conditions and then format it. Formatting means just you format that some. But if you think that I want to format it such a way that based on some conditions I need to format. Let's go here. I have some conditions here. I want to color all these cells, which is greater than 50,000 should be green color. Now one option will do. I will select those cells which are actually required for formatting. So these are the cells what I want to format. I selected it. Now in this home tab, I have this conditional formatting. Let me click on this. You can see there are so many options. Which option to use? People actually get confused. As a fresher, go and click on this highlight cells. greater than. Now my requirement is greater than 50,000. I will mention 50,000. I mentioned 50,000. Here I have various different colors like this, different colors here like this. You can see the formatting is happening automatically, but also we have the conditions here. I'll say okay. See, all the values above 50,000 is colored. Right. But here I have an option of coloring more than in condition greater than 50,000. It should be green color. But here I've just given a random color, which was there predefined. But my intention was green color. It's not right what I've done. But it is formatting. Now let's see what I should do to get green color, blue color, red color. This is how happens in the real-time industry. Students who are actually still looking for a job or who are still in college or people who actually are freshers, these kind of questions are asked in interviews. Okay, so what should I do in this case? Don't worry, it's very simple. Just follow this simple step. Let me select this and then I'll go here, conditional formatting. I'll say clear rules. Okay, I cleared. Let's do it from beginning. Conditional formatting. Click on this new rule. I can use this also, but I'll say new rule. This is how professionally you have to work. These are all simple selections. I can do it. New rule. I'll get one rule here like this. A window. Format only cells that contain. Select this format only cells that contain. It says cell value. What is that I need? I need what? Greater than or equals to. Greater than or equals to. The value is 50,000. I mentioned 50,000. And then I'll go to this format, click on this. I'll get one small window like this. Go to fill. My color, the condition color was green. I selected it. Say okay. And click on OK. See the color what I wanted above 50,000 is green color. Now the next one is blue color. Select condition formatting. Here I have this new rule and manage rule. People, I will click on this new rule if you want to apply one more rule. If you want to modify the same rule, please click on manage rule, not new rule. I'll click on this manage rule and then I can modify it. Understand again, new rule is to apply new rule. Manage rule is to modify the existing rule. Let me close this. I want a new rule. Say new rule. Same thing, format cells, cell value greater than or equals to 40,000. Format, what was the color? It was, forgot, sorry, blue color, sorry. Cell values greater than or equals to 40,000 and it should be blue color. I selected this. Say okay and say okay. See, blue color. Now you'll be surprised. This guy told above 50,000 should be green color, above 40,000 should be blue color. Now what happened? What happened to that green color? Don't worry. This is mistake what we did. And I purposely did this mistake to teach you if you go wrong, what you should do for correcting it. Okay, I'll tell you what is the mistake you have done here. Select. Let's finish this one and then I'll tell you what we should do to correct this. Conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. New rule. I'll say format only cells that contain less than, okay, 40,000. Format red color. Very nice red color. Done. My conditional formatting is done, but there is a problem. What is that? What happened to the green color? I'll tell you what happened. Okay. Someone has mentioned Who is that? Shashank Dwivedi is saying that because it's new rule. Let me explain, okay? I'll go to this condition formatting. Here, I'll say manage rule because now I'm trying to modify. Observe this, I have three rules which I applied. The first rule here says less than 40,000 should be red color. Yes, that is right. Greater than or equals to 40,000 is blue. That is also right. Greater than or equals to 50,000. That is also right. Then where did we go wrong? We went wrong in the order of the applying of the rules. See, when I say greater than 40,000, even 50,000, 51,000, 60,000, anything comes under this one. Then what should I do? See here, I have this order. Let me just move this down. Now what happens? First, the condition it checks greater than or equals to 50,000. And then it actually checks with greater than or equals to 40,000. Right? Now you see, I'll say okay. See? Okay. I think now you people understood. So even the order of applying the condition formatting also matters. Though I given all the conditions properly, still I had this problem. Okay. This is a simple conditional formatting. Let me show you some more conditional formatting. I told you this one chapter is very important, very interesting, and very much necessary actually, because whoever is data analyst, who actually create reports, this is important. Okay, right. I select this. I selected the table. I selected this data. Go to this conditional formatting. Here I have something called as icon set. I'll select this one because for me, the rule which I need to apply is high greater than or equals to 5,000, medium greater than or equal to 2,000, low should be less than 2,000. So I have only three icons because I need high, medium, and low. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll say icon set, and I'll select this. You can select any of this. These are all predefined icons. I will select this. This is called as traffic light. Click on this. Done. People think that if it is done, you're wrong. This is by default, it is actually giving some icons. What should we do? Let me modify it. Manage rule. Double click on that. Now, if you see, I have this green, yellow, and red. It says greater than or equals to 67%. No, I want this to be number. This to be number. I'll say greater than or equal to 5,000. Then it should be green color. That is high. Greater than or equal to 2,000. Then it should be yellow color. Otherwise, it should be red color. I'll say okay. Say okay. Now, if you go and check, let me zoom this. See, let's take randomly this number. This falls from 2,000 to 5,000. It is yellow color. Let me go here. I'll make it as 8,000. According to my rule, it should be green color. See, it's green color. Anything less than 2,000, it should be a red color. See, like this. We have something called a scorecard. Okay, for the scorecard, actually, we use this kind of icon sets. Let me select this. I'm not interested in the numbers. Go to this condition formatting, and here I'll say manage rule. Double click. Here it says show icons only. I'll click on this and say okay. Say okay. See, only the icons are there. I don't have the numbers because specifically I'm not interested in numbers. I'm actually interested in which category it falls, whether it is in high, medium, or low. So if you want to create such reports, you can use this options. And you see, I did this in few seconds. Now again, don't tell that, sir, you know everything. You're expert in this because you've done nothing like that. It is very easy for you also. And I know the energy what you have, the kind of interest what you have. If you have interest, anything can be achieved. Okay, and I can see all of you are very much interested. So you can easily learn this as well. It's very simple. Right. Now, I made some colors here. I don't want these colors. I want this to be shown like a chart, the growth. What I'll do, I'll go here. I'll clear selected cells. Don't say entire sheet. The entire sheet will go. All your formatting will go. Say selected cells. The formatting is gone. Here I have something called as data bars. See, select any of this. I'll select this blue because I like this blue or orange. I'll select this blue. Conditional formatting, manage rule, double click here for editing, and I'll say show bar only. I'll say okay, see, only bars are there. Actually represents like as if it's a chart. Now what I'll do, we know how to sort. Select the table and I'll go here and click on this data, sort. I will sort this total column so that I'll get the highest value on top and say, okay, see, the highest value. It goes something like a chart. Like this also actually we can do it. Right. Next one. I want to highlight all the duplicate values. The ID should always be unique. Let me select this. I'll go to this home tab, conditional formatting, highlight. You directly have this duplicate values. You can click on this. See? Okay. All the duplicate values are highlighted here. Then I can go and I can correct it. Duplicate is nothing but appearing more than once. Right. I'll show you something. This will be a little advanced for you, but I'll tell you what actually we also use this conditional formatting for. This you might not understand as of now because you don't know the formula, but I'll tell you how actually the conditional formatting can also be used. Okay. Conditional formatting, clear rules, I'll say entire sheet, I remove. Now what I'll do is I will select all the cells. Conditional formatting. Again, don't worry. It's a very simple formula because you don't know the formula. There's a formula class. After that, you will easily understand after watching the video. See, I will select one selection equals, and I'll select this. See, selected format, and let me share something. Selected something. See, now if you go here and select anything, see, like this. So when we have this dashboards, it's something like that. When you're actually working dynamically, if you want to do something like this, you can use these kind of things as well. See, it is so easy. I just took only 10, not more than 10 seconds as well. Okay. So there are so many interesting things what we can do in Excel as well. This is very simple conditional formatting. When you learn these formulas, you can easily understand what we actually did now. All right, let me close this. The next one is number formatting. Let me double click on this number formatting. Number formatting is formatting your numbers. Okay, it's a very simple thing where I can just select this. You can see here I have this comma separator. Click on this, this will become comma separator. But if you think that I want to format it more than what actually I need, Control 1 is the shortcut key. I told you for formatting this shortcut key. Okay, just make a note of it. Control 1. People, this one shortcut key. This one shortcut key is used for formatting anything in Excel. Anything in Excel. I selected this. I'll select this number. Now there's a formatting, 1000 separator. Now, if you want my negative number to be shown in a different way, I have that negative number here like this. Select and I'll say, okay, see, wherever I have negative number, that will be in red color brackets. See, so this is how we can format the data. Now I have this decimal values. I want to convert this into percentage. Control 1. I'll go here, click on this percentage. Say okay. See, you can adjust the decimal numbers. Date. See here, I have this date. Control 1. Go to this date. Select any date you want to see. Any date format. That will change the format. Number formatting is very easy. You're just trying to change the format. That's all. So that it will look nice. See, if you see this didn't have any 1000 separators. This didn't have the percentage values. This didn't have a proper date format. I just changed this, that's all. Control 1, go to this date, select whichever date format you want, select this, say okay, see, automatically it will change. I wanted this to be percentage, Control 1, I'll say percentage and say okay. See, that's all. Number formatting is actually used for formatting your numbers. That is, you're trying to display something, that's all. Nothing else. Okay, right. Let me close this. So before I proceed to this Next chapter, data validation. I just want to ask one question. Okay. Till now, you have finished what? 10 chapters. Till now, how are you actually feeling about the training? In few words enough. Just will take. Thank you, Chavi. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I cannot call all the names because it's running very fast. But I'm really very sorry. I'm going a little fast, but otherwise, good, good, very good, very good. Okay, Nikhil. Nikhil wants 10 minutes break. People, we are running short of time. Just another 1 hour. Okay, please try to adjust. Even I want to take a break. You know, I have continuous. Again, I have one more corporate training after this. Continuously 4 hours. But still, I'm sitting here. People only because I want most of the students, okay, who are into this data analytics, I actually want them to come from ITAS, because now from last 10 years we've given lakhs of students, but Renuka and others video recording will be given. Okay, it's my promise. Yes, Manjunath, you have to practice. For that reason only, though we had planned not to give the videos, we thought because we are a little fast, we'll give the video so that after the session also you can practice it. Okay. And all these files are given, which will help you in practicing. Good. All right. So I can feel the energy. Chavi, all 5 days, the timings is same. 10:30 to 1:30. Okay. There are many people actually requested, they requested literally saying that continuously sitting till 4:30 will be difficult. So for that reason, we had to reduce it. Okay, right, people, let's move on. There are a lot of interesting things. After this, these things, what you see from here, from formulas, charts and all, they are um, very much interesting and very much important in the industry. Okay, so let's finish this and then we can take this part. It's very interesting part. Okay, right, data validation. Data validation is a very interesting thing where we can validate the data. Now, let me tell you why this data validation is. Data validation is actually an option, which is actually used to validate the data what we enter. What I'm trying to say is, suppose if you want to enter some data. Now, let's say this is one template. I'll go here. I will type something, okay? This is not right because age should be number. Now let me type something, number. See, again, this is also not right. I want to restrict people saying that you can enter here only age between 25 to 26. That's all, nothing else. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I will select this. Wherever I want to apply the validation, like conditional formatting, what we applied conditional formatting. Similarly, I'm trying to apply the validation. I selected this. I'll go to this data. And here I have this data validation. I'll click on this data validation. It says any value. By default in Excel, it will be always any value. Let me click on this and I want the number. I'll say whole number. The requirement was 25 to 60, I mentioned. I'll say, okay. Now you see, I type something. It will not allow. It will not allow. All right. But if you see the message, what I'm actually getting, it says the data is invalid, but it's not saying that what actually I should enter. So what I'll do, let me select this. I'll say data validation. Then here what I'll do, go to this error alert. Here I'll say, please enter age between say 25 to 60. Okay. Right. Let's give a title also. We'll say age. Now you see, I type some wrong values. Please enter age between 25 to 60. Specifically, it will message. But people, there is a problem now. What is that? I'm getting this message when the user enters wrong data. What if we can tell him that, see, this is what you have to enter so that you won't make mistake at all. Let's see what to do for that. In that case, select data validation, input message. I'm copying this input message and I'm pasting it here. See, title, I'll say age. So what happens if I give this input message? See, one is first settings. Second is we add this error alert. If I enter wrong data, what it should give. And third is input message. That is before entering. See, I'll get this. We call it a screen tip. See, if I go outside, it won't be there. If you come to this, it'll say you have to enter what is required. Okay, right. Next, suppose I have mobile number to be entered only 10 characters. We cannot validate the exact mobile number, but I want this to be 10 characters. Then what I'll do, I'll go to this data validation and settings. Here I'll say text length. Text length. Don't get difference between the whole number and text length. Text length means number of characters. I'll go here. I'll say between, not between, we'll say equals to 10. I want exactly 10 characters. Now you see, you go here. It is taking. Now I'll type some. It will not take. Why? Because the number of characters are not 10. Okay, right. Excuse me. I have one column. I need to type something. Some people type like this. Some people type like this. Some people type like this. See, the same thing people have entered in 3 different types. What happens, I'll tell you, when you're actually trying to create a report, this will be a separate entity, this will be separate entity, this will be separate entity. I should not allow the user to do this. What I'll do is, let me see, yeah, select this one, okay? I want to select this one and apply here. What should I do? The validation has to be applied to this cell. I'll select this. I selected this, data validation. Here I have something called as list. Select this list. And then here I have the source. Just drag the source here like this and say, okay. Now you see, I can select, this becomes like a drop down. Now here, do I have book cases? Yes, I have book cases. See, book cases, it is allowing because it is matching. Now you just see book cases, it will not allow. Okay, so likewise, we should be very careful. We should actually apply the validation so that people will not enter invalid data. Okay, so this is data validation. Next, text to columns. This is a very important chapter. People who actually want to be a data analyst, and also some people actually mentioned that they want to become data scientist. We should understand the data, how actually I can manipulate the data, how actually I can use this data. See, I have one data here. Let me select this. I want the data to be separated. How? I have this comma. I want the name to be split. What I'll do, I'll go to this data. Here I have text to columns. Click on this text to columns. What this text to column will do is, here I have something called as delimited and fixed width. Let's select this delimited. I'll tell you what is delimited. Next, I'm trying to separate the data. I have comma, which actually separating the name. The comma, what you have here, that is called as delimiter. A character which will separate your word is called as delimiter. And the word which has got the delimiter is called as delimited. We also get some files, delimited files. I'll show you after this. The character what we have here, which is separating the data, is space. When you select this space, you can see that it is getting split. This is called as text to columns. Next, and say finish. See, automatically the data got split. Let me select this one. In this case, let me delete this heading. I'm selecting only this data. In this case, there is no delimiter, but still I want to separate the first 2 characters, the middle 4 characters, and after that 6 characters. I'll click on this text to columns. If I said delimit, I don't have any delimiter here. Delimiter means the character which will separate. Here I cannot use any of this delimiter. So what I'll do, I'll say fixed width. When I say fixed width, I can go and I can click, see, I want after these 2 characters, I want one separator. Just click on that. 4 characters, click on this. Say next and say finish. See, this way we can actually separate it. Let me see. I'll show you one more thing. Let me just see if I have the data. Yeah, I have. See, I have a text file. Just observe this. This is the text file. It's very difficult to understand. But if you see, there are a lot of comma separators here. I want these comma separators. What I'll do, go here, just drag this. Okay, drag this. Drag it. And I'll just drop it in the Excel sheet. See, I got the data here, which was there in the text file where the data is separated by comma. We also call it as CSV file, comma separated values. Text to column, say data, text to columns. It's delimited. Next, I'll take this comma separator. You can see that the data is getting separated. Then I'll say finish. See, this is how actually we can get the data. People, I'll tell you, the data will not always be in Excel file. It can be in CSV files, which we call it as comma separated values. This can be in text file where the data is separated by comma separators. Okay. Gray screen. Okay. Let me stop. And then again, I will share. It's gone, people. Now, can you see all of you? Is it fine now, all of you? Yeah. Okay. So whenever you have that, please message me. I will just reshare it. I'm not sure technically what's happening, but this one solution I got. I'm just trying that. Okay. So this is called as text to columns. So text to columns, why we actually use this? See, especially people who work on data. Okay, you're a data scientist, data analyst, MIS reporting, all these people who work on this data management. You won't get data always in one format. You will get data in this various different formats. Now, in this case, I had this in CSV file, I had this in text file, or the data was in the same file with which we need the separators. So in that case, we use this text to column. Dilip Reddy is asking how to get the name of the person with respect to ID. I need to check your data. Okay, so there are various different ways what we can do, but wait till formulas. I think your question will be answered there because we have something called as VLOOKUP. Okay, maybe you are expecting something on that. I will tell you on that part. Okay, all right. Next, let me close this. Next one is, what is that we have? Flash fill. Okay, flash fill is a very interesting topic. Flash fill. What is flash fill? Say, for example, I have a customer name. Okay, I want only the first name. So what I'll do, you just observe. See, I'll type only the first name. How will I get this? Here, in this data, we have an option called as flash fill. The shortcut key is Control E. Let me select this, Control E. See, automatically it is extracting the first name. I want C, G, only the initials. Once you apply flash fill again and again, you don't have to apply, say enter. See, automatically it will give me the initials. Right. Now let's say here I have the domain name. You just see Kentucky.com. See, I'm just typing only the domain name here and say enter. See, automatically I'm getting the domain name. Type anything. Say I have this Kentucky. Let's go here and say Kentucky. See, I'm getting the city name. Here I have this website name. See, in wikipedia.org. See, because it has got the same name, it is giving me the same name. If not, it will give me whatever we have here. South, I'll say yes. Oh, see the first two characters of this. Automatically, it will give me the result. So what I'm trying to tell is there is an option called as flash fill from 2010 version, which understands what actually we are trying to get the results. But keep in mind this column, what you have here, right? This column. This should be attached to this table. The flash fill column should be immediate next to the table where you're extracting the data. You cannot do that one column space and you cannot do that. Now here I can do this, see, into key.com. This is acceptable because there is one connection here. Otherwise, you cannot do that. So this is called as flash fill. Flash fill is nothing. You just have to type something. Depending on that, it will give me the results. If anybody is interested with complete, there's a separate course itself, 27 videos with some examples, almost some 20 examples are given. Go to my YouTube channel. It is completely free. Or in our app also, there is this flash fill, course, which is completely free. You can check that as well. It's a very nice thing. And I have complete 20 examples with practice files as well. You can utilize that. In YouTube, you don't have the practice file, but in the app, you have the practice file. In YouTube, we have the complete content of it. If you want, you can go and you can use it. Okay, right. Flash fill is done. Next chapters, whatever we have, the formulas, the charts, spark lines, these are all completely advanced stuff. That is, we have a lot of things to work on. Why I kept this in the end is few things, Okay. Suma and Raki, please mention the YouTube link and the app so that these guys can actually get the link. Okay. See, these things are very important in your career as well. Most of the professionals who are sitting here, if you are there, this will be useful for you also, because most of the things which are listed down here is completely 365 new options. Okay. All right. So people, before that, I have one more thing to actually tell you. Let me just tell you what is that. Let me show you. Look, certificate, yes. Okay. Say we learned a lot of things from from last 2 hours. I was keep telling a lot of things, but that was what which you can actually understand and learn few things only. But there are a lot of things which you have to do it in the industry. Okay, to become a data scientist, to become a data analyst, business analyst, a lot of things to learn. So we have a mega bundle. Okay, and we have included a lot of things. I'll show you what all things are available. Okay, the entire package is a mega bundle. This is for data science, business analytics, and data analytics who wants to become a business analyst, data scientist, and a business analyst. Here we have 27 courses actually with interview, question and answer videos with files. This is the only package. You can search anywhere. You can get only interview questions. You can search only the courses or something. But here we have complete package of everything. And this package, one more advantage is like we'll be keep updating. Now it is only 27 courses. This will be keep increasing as well. Okay, that means you'll be keep getting all the updates, new courses we are adding. So everything will be available here, and that time it will be completely free. So once you purchase this, it's completely free. The actual price is 90,000, but as I told you, this is for students. So we are having an offer price of 9,999 rupees with complete access for all the courses, and it is lifetime. with interview preparations, career guidance, and lot many other things as well. I'll show you that as well. Okay. So let me show you that. So this is what I have in the mega bundle. Let me just show you what all things are available and what is the advantage for the students and even for the professionals. Let me just scroll down. So here we have some complete video of why actually you should take this course, what all things are there in the industry, how the industry actually works, and also what all things the industry is looking for in every candidate. And I have complete project from scratch, okay, about Power BI, which I'll be also teaching you. And if you just scroll down, okay, see, this has got, it's actually 27 courses. It was 25 actually. We added 2 more courses here. So it will be keep getting added. So here I have the LinkedIn. So you can go here, you can check the LinkedIn as well, my LinkedIn profile. And this is actually used for, very much used for the students, the professionals. You can go through this. And here, if you see, this is for any bachelor's, diploma holders, even for school and college students who are just trying to learn. For them also, this can be used. Now, let me show you what all courses are available. See, we have this advanced Excel from scratch and advanced Excel for professionals. Okay, it's complete advanced things. Then Power BI, Python programming. So there are all the courses which are in detail with practice files. Okay, so here you'll get a lot of things, even with interview question and answers. And as I told you, this will be keep getting added. So you don't have to again and again, keep purchasing it. People who purchase this package, whatever new course we release, that will be available here. Okay, right. So here the videos are there. Here you can go and check all the videos, all the materials, everything is available here. See all this. And this is the only app which actually gives you the content with interview questions as well, with solved answers as well. I know there are many videos you would have seen where you have only courses separately, interview questions separately, tips and tricks, everything separately. But here we have put everything together. That is whatever courses, whatever courses we are actually doing, everything will be available. Every courses will be keep getting added. It's like only one-time purchase for you. Okay. And apart from that, what all things you'll be learning in this package for students and professionals? Data visualizations, programming skills, presentation and documentation, database management, analytics, reporting and dashboarding techniques, automation process and techniques in detail completely. Apart from this, people who are actually into, designing, reportings, dashboard creation. So we have so many options which are downloadable. We have 300 plus downloadable ebooks for everything which is required for data analytics, business analytics, and data science with example files, practice files. So here we have this infographics. If someone is actually from infographics who wants to create some presentations, you have more than 1000 plus infographic templates. Out of all this, if you think you want to prepare your resumes, there are 100 plus sample editable resumes, which is there with the cover letters. And here, one major thing is you have 150 editable MS Excel templates readily available. You can use that and you can learn all unprotected. And if you think you want to work on some projects, you want data, there are so many websites where you go and keep on searching for the data. Here I have the data, 300 plus data, which you can use for creating the dashboards. Okay. So this is completely done by myself and Shri Vidya, who is also an experienced trainer. So we both have done this entire package. Okay. So this package is actually for 9,999 rupees. But for the students, what we have done, because I know it's very difficult for every student to afford so much. So the student price is 4,999 rupees. Okay. For this course, whatever we have taken this free course, that is for this 5 days. So if you want this package, you can purchase this. And this is completely done by myself and the Shri Vidya. Okay, we are actually experts. We have more than 16 years of experience, out of which we actually go for many companies for recruitments, trainings, corporate trainings, projects. All those experience have been added there. Okay, and You can use the promo code here. You can make a note of it, MBS 2023. MBS, it's mega bundle for students, MBS 2023, and you can purchase that. Suma, you can give the link for that particular package, okay, so that people can actually purchase if they are interested. Okay, and this is actually for the first 100 registrations only. Okay. So you can go and you can check that. Right. So I'll also put one poll here. Say I have one. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. So if you are interested, please try to, purchase this and let us know if this is very useful. This is actually very useful. Okay. This is actually made for right from the students till who has aspirants for becoming a data analyst and data scientist as well. You can see every single thing has been recorded, seeing that it is actually used for industry. Okay. All right. So you can go, you can link. I think the link has been given already. So you can go there and you can check the link. Okay. You can just click on that link and you can purchase it. So this is for 4,999 for the students who are attending these sessions. And this is for 100 registrations only, because this has got so many contents which we have worked for almost 2 or 3 years. All the contents, whatever is there, we have taken and we have put that here, and every course will be added here, so you will be not paying any extra price for this. Okay, right. So let's move on with the class. So next is we have the formulas. Okay, let's go with the formulas. Right, formulas. So what are formulas? Formulas are nothing but where we do some calculations. These formulas actually categorized, right, from text formulas, date formulas, number formulas, and also we have the conditional formulas and lookup formulas. Let me open this. There are so many formulas, okay, where I might not be able to work on all the formulas, but quickly I'll see how much ever I can actually try to finish. Okay, all right. Now let's go with some basic functions. Say I have one data here, where I have some data where I need to add all these and get sum. Go here, I want to get sum, say equals sum. What the sum actually will do, it will give me the total of the range what I select. Say equals is the sign what you have to use for sum. I will select the entire range and say close the bracket, say enter. I'll get the total. Next is average, equals average of, select this, close the bracket and say enter. Max, what max will do in that range? What is the maximum value? Max of, select this and close the bracket, say enter. Minimum equals min of, select this, close the bracket, say enter. So here we got the total, we got the average, we got the maximum and the minimum. Now we have three different formulas: count, count A, and count blank. What is count? Count is to count how many times how many cells are there. Equals, I'll say count and I'll select these values. Close bracket, say enter. You can see there are 17 values. Let me delete. See, this will not count the blanks. I'll type some text. See, it will not count the text. Let me use this count A equals count A. I'm selecting the entire range. Say enter. See, it says 14. Let me type some text. See, say 15. So what does that mean? That means count will count only numbers wherever I have these numbers. Count A will count numbers plus alphabets. So this is count alphanumeric and this is only count. So count A means count alphanumeric, where it will count text as well as numbers, but not blanks. What if I want to count blanks? Say equals count blank, and I will select this. Say there are two blanks. Let me delete this. Enter. See. All right. Next, number functions. Number functions means working on the numbers what I have. Ceiling. Ceiling means you are rounding off the values to the higher value. So equals ceiling of. I'll say select this number. I'll give the significance. Let's say I want to round off this to the nearest 100th significance. You can see 523, the nearest highest significance is 100th significance is 600. So likewise for all this, I'm just trying to round off to the nearest 100th significance. Floor, the nearest significance, but to the lower value. Floor of this number, comma, 100, close bracket. See? Round. Round actually is a formula which is used for rounding the decimal numbers. Equals round off. Select this number, comma, 2 decimals. See? So 2 decimals. Abs. Abs are actually used to convert negative number to positive number. Equals abs. Abs of this number, say end. And I'll drag this down. See, here I have the negative number. This will be converted to positive number. So wherever you see there are some negative numbers, if you want to convert that into positive numbers, you can use absolute. Okay, right. Date functions. I have a date. I want to convert the date or say extract some day, month or something, then I can use this date functions. I have a date here. I want to extract a day equals day of this. Month equals month of this day. I'll get the month. I want the year of this. See, I extracted day, month, and year. Suppose if you have day, month, year in a separate columns, then I'll use equals date, year, comma, month, comma, day. See? So if at all I have day, month, year in a separate column, then I can use this date function to combine them. Let's go here. Let's double click on this. See, now for all these values, we are getting the extraction day, month, year. EO month, end of month equals EO month. End of month means I have a date. I want to get the last date. Say, select this, comma, 0. 0 is for the month what I've selected, say, enter. See, 2nd February 2017, the end of that particular month is 28th February. I just copy this down, 8th November, 30th November. 11th October, 31st October, the last date. I want today's date. There is a formula called as today. Today, open bracket, close bracket. Now equals, now open bracket, close bracket. Okay, so now if you see, I'm getting today's date and the current time. The current time. This is with your system. The system time, what you see towards your right hand side in the below, the tray, what you have that, I don't know what they call that tray as. There we have this date and time. So that time will be displayed. All right, next, text functions. There are so many text functions here. I'll just tell you few of them. So all this, I just showed you one mega bundle. In that, all the formulas are there, completely in depth of all the formulas. All the formulas are there, so you can go through that. But here, let me tell you few of them quickly. I have a customer name. I want to convert that into uppercase equals upper of this. See, it will convert to uppercase. lowercase equals lower of, let's say I'll select this only, this cell, enter C, lowercase. Proper case, proper means sentence case, where the first character of every word will be caps, equals proper of this. See, right? We have something called as left, mid, and right. Left, mid, right are actually used for extracting the data, equals left of the order right. I want first two characters, comma 2. See, first two characters are extracted. Just okay. Mid equals mid of. I want middle four characters. Select this, comma. It lasts for starting number. The 1, 2, 3, 4. From fourth character, 4 characters I need. Close bracket, say enter. Right side, I want 6 characters from right side, equals right of. Select this, comma 6. See, we can extract the data like this. Suppose I want for all the other values, I'm just copying this down. See, automatically it will extract. Find. Find is actually used to find a word or a character. Let's say I have something called a series here. Okay, let me find if there are any word called a series. Find text what? I want to find a series. Where? In this particular text. You see, I'm getting value, but here I'm getting number, value, number, value. Wherever I get this value, that means we don't have the value. That is the value what I'm looking for. If I'm getting number, that means it is available with that position. Search actually is actually used for same thing what we do this find, but search is actually used for case sensitivity. For example, now the same thing will say search series, and I'll select this and see, this also is giving me similar kind of result. But you see, I'll put this series here and I'll change this S to small letter. See, here I'm not getting the value, but here I'm getting the value. Find and search, both are same, but find will search the exact match, the case sensitivity. Search will actually search only the matching values. Okay, all right. So likewise, we have so many formulas here, which actually you can see in those videos. You can check that. It's completely in detail of the formulas. Okay, all right. Conditional formulas. Condition means what? Just now we actually worked on conditional formatting. So what is conditional formatting? Depending on the conditions, I was actually formatting the data. So what actually I want to format. Then I'll use conditional formatting. But here, in this case, I want the values. So I will categorize this into high and low. Equals if, let's say this value is greater than, say 50,000, then this should be high. Else this should be low. You see, the parameter says logical test. Then here it says value if true, high, value if false, low. I'll say enter. Now, if I copy this down, see, wherever the value is above 50,000, it will be high. Otherwise, it should be low. Right. This is for getting the results only. But this is for the values. But what if I want to do calculations? I want to do some calculations. When I say calculations, if you see here, I have this sum, average, minimum. That is for the entire range. We did the calculations. But what if I want to add values only for central, only for east? Then what should I do? See, equals sum ifs. Just understand, sum ifs. Sum means total. Ifs means I'm checking the condition. I'm saying sum ifs, sum range. Let's take this sales only. Comma. Criteria range. What is criteria range? I'm checking the region. Let me select this region. Comma. And then I will select this region. Right. See, it is giving me in central is the total value. Only for central it is adding. So what it will do, it will take this value, add all the values, but it will filter wherever we have this central, it will filter and it will give me the value. Now if I copy this down, see, depending on what region I have, I'll get the total. Otherwise, it will say equals, see, sum of the entire total. Now if I select this and see, I have the same total, see, equals sum of, see, I'm getting the same total. Now, one example I've given the sum ifs. Suppose if you think I want to get average, then say average ifs, then I have this max ifs. So likewise, we can actually have max ifs, min ifs, count ifs, everything. So whatever I've given this, same thing used for average, max, min, count if for getting the calculated values depending on the condition. What I have done here is for only one condition. What if I want to get multiple conditions, say equals sum ifs. I am selecting the sum range. From here, you should select only the numbers, comma. See the first criteria. The criteria is region. Let me select this region. F4, comma. This is the region, comma. Next, category. Where is category range? I have this category range here. F4, comma, and I'll say category. Say enter. See. Now, what results I'm getting here is central with the technology. Let me copy all this technology. I'll copy this down. See, Eastern technology, this is the value. Southern technology, Western technology. Now, what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll change this to furniture. See, automatically it will change. So likewise, I can do the same thing for average, max, min, and count. So what should I do? Here, if you go, do the same selection, but here you should say average ifs like this. And do the same selection what we did for sum ifs, you'll get the results for average, max, min, and count ifs. All right, next one, lookup functions. There are so many lookup functions, people. I cannot explain everything because of the time constraint, but I'll tell you what lookups are. And again, I'll also tell you one new formula which has been implemented. And if you think you want to get a complete in detail of all these formulas, there are more than 200 formulas. If you think you want to get the complete formulas, then you go to that mega bundle, you check that. After that only you purchase. Okay, there is some preview also. You can check the preview, how the videos are. It is in detail what the industry actually needs. Okay, but let me explain what is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP means vertical lookup. There was one question also, how to get the customer name from customer IDs. So we can use this VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP means lookup value. What is actually I'm looking for? See, this is the customer ID. Comma. Table array. What actually I'm looking for? First is, what am I looking for? Next is, where am I looking for? Comma. Second and third parameter, what it says is the column index number. Say 1, 2. I'll say 2. What is 2? The second column value I want. Comma. Now it asks for approximate match, exact match. I'll say 0. Close bracket, say enter. See. Now I will copy this stuff. So that's simple actually. Now here, the problem is in VLOOKUP, we need to have the customer ID, the value which I'm looking for in the first column. But we have a new formula called as XLOOKUP. What is XLOOKUP? I'll tell you. Equals XLOOKUP. It's a very easy formula. What is lookup value? I'll select this lookup value. What am I looking for? Comma. Then next, I have the lookup array. In this case, you don't have to select the entire table, just to select the lookup array, only this column. Comma. The return array, what is that I need to return? I need to get the customer name. F4. Comma. If not found, what should I do? I'll say 0. Comma. Exact match. Yes, I need exact match. From first to last. VLOOKUP searches from top to bottom. But XLOOKUP has got from last to first or first to last. In this case, I'll say first to last. See, here also I'm getting the same result, but the thing is, I don't have to have this column to be in the first column. For VLOOKUP, we need to have the lookup value in the first column only. Okay, so these things what we have. Okay, so these things what we have can be rectified in XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is a new formula. You might find it a little confusing. No, it's not confusing. I'll give the recording. Please check this. This is very easy actually. Okay, right. So this is about the formulas. Next one, charts and graphs. Charts and graphs, I'll tell you one interesting thing about this charts. Whenever we ask people about create some charts or say create reports, people will first, what they do, they will try inserting column chart. First thing they'll say column chart, that's all. People, I'll tell you, charts are actually used depending on the data and what actually I'm trying to display. Let me tell you first what is chart. Chart is nothing but the pictorial representation of the data what we have. I have the numbers here. I want to show that in a pictorial format. But that doesn't mean that every time I'll be keep using this column chart only. I'll tell you what all charts you should use, when to use what kind of charts. Now just check this small data. It's a very small table. What all charts I can actually create. Go to this insert. Here I have this column chart. Let me create one column chart. This is called as column clustered chart or side by side chart. These kind of charts are actually created when you're actually trying to compare with the entities. What is entity? These are entities. These are the values. This is called as the series. And what you see here, this chart, this is called as the chart area. Click on this. This is the plot area. These are axis values. And you can see plus mark, click on this. There are so many elements which I can keep adding. I want data labels, click on this. See, I'll get the data labels. Select here. I have this design. I can select any of these design. Let's say I want this design. I can select this. So I can create this column chart when I need to, we can create the column chart when you're actually trying to compare the values. I'm trying to compare the values, right? The same thing, I can create pie chart as well. Say insert, go to this pie chart. Here I have this pie chart. See the pie chart. Pie chart is nothing but the circular chart where we can have the values in percentage, whatever values you have in percentage. The advantage of this is, see, I'll go here, I'll say data label. And if you think I want to highlight that, I can just move this like this. Select the data labels, right click and say format data labels. Here, if you think I want this to be outside, I can say outside. If you think I want this to be in percentage, I can have this percentage. I don't want value, you can remove this. I want the category name, that is south, east, west, we can have something like this. So whenever you think I have the data in this format, then go for column chart or pie chart when you have less entities. Can I create bar chart for this? You can create bar chart. Let me select this. I'll create one bar chart. Go here and say bar chart. But when do we use this bar chart? When you have less entities like this, use column chart for comparison. But when you have more entities like this, see, I have more entities. Let me create a column chart for you and show. See, it's very congested actually. Either you have to increase the chart like this. Instead, select this and here I have this insert and here I'll say I will create this bar chart. Now if you see, this actually accommodates even the labels and things like this. I can just go here, keep it like this, increase this like this. See, you want to add labels, go here, say data labels. So always make sure that you will try to understand the data and then create the chart. Don't blindly create the chart. Let's come to this data. Here I have 3 series. Previously I had only 1 series. What if I want to create charts for this? People select like this. and then go here, insert, and again column chart. Don't do this. If I do this, what happens? I'm not telling this is wrong, but here the comparison is difficult. Here I'm trying to compare the region as well as the categories. Instead, what I can do, I can go here, I can select stacked chart like this. Stacked means one above the other. What you see that chart, what we created previously was clustered chart, side by side chart. If you think the data has to be represented in that way, yes, please go ahead, no problem. But stacked chart or nothing, but it will give me the total of all these three series and also the breakup. Let me select this. If you want this data to be shown, then I'll use this bar chart. That is bar stacked chart like this. Can increase this like this. So this is how actually you can plan the charts. There are so many different charts. Let's go to another kind of chart, line chart. People actually, I've seen they create line chart for these kind of data as well, like this. Insert and say line chart. There is no meaning in this. People, I'll tell you, there is no meaning in this. What are we actually trying to show? Are we trying to say that from one subcategory to another subcategory it is flowing? This is not right. Let me show you. Whenever you think there is a time period, time series, then go for line chart. Let me select this. I want to see the trend. I want to see the flow from January to December. And what I'll do, I'll go here, insert, and say, see, like this. See the flow here like this. But the problem here is if there are more lines, it will become difficult for us to read. For that, what we should do, that I'll tell you in the next chapter. Okay. Right. Here we have some data. If you have some data like this, it is little difficult to represent. Okay. If it was something like this, I'll just select this, create one column chart. But here, if you see, I have region, then again, further category, and then split of that categories here. Select this. Go to this insert. We have a new type of chart called as tree map. Click on this tree map. See, this is something similar to our column stacked chart. You have this west, and further it is bifurcated. It is something like tree. This is tree, and you have these branches. And again, one more column I have. This will be again further bifurcated. Same thing I can use, and I can create something called a sunburst, which we call it as something like a pie chart. What we have this pie chart. Similarly, we have this sunburst. See, we have sunburst chart like this. See, I have all this west, east, south, something. For that, again, we have the division like this. So likewise, we can use these new charts as well to represent the data. Okay, so this is chart. Next, spark lines. I was talking about the line chart. The line chart, if it is like, only this much, I can just create one line chart. Let me just insert one chart and show you. Just now we did this, same data I have here. See? But what if I want to create line chart for this one? This is very congested. You will seriously not understand. So for this case, what I'll do, I'll select this data. Select only the data. Go to insert. Here I have this spark lines. I can either create line or column or win-loss. I'll say line chart. I will select the range just next to that only. And I'll say, okay, see. I'll get the lines for each row like this. These are called as spark lines. If you think I want to create a line as a column chart for this, you can still do that. Let's go here and I have this spark line. I'll click on, see, like this. For this also I can create spark lines. Select, go to this insert and say line chart and select the line chart like this. So like see the same line, whatever is there, that will be available here, but it will be like for each row. We call it as in cell chart, inside the cell chart. Okay. So this is Spark line. Next. Next is converting your data into tables. Okay. A lot of advantage with these tables. When you have multiple sheets and connecting with the table, we have this power pivots. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, there is one course called as Advanced Excel Professional Plus. We have this option of connecting with various different tables. You can learn from that. Say insert table. See, click on this table. Automatically, this will get converted into table. So this is not a range. This is actually a table. So what is the advantage of it? Say, for example, I'll go here, equals. Say first, let me show you what happens when you have this normal range. Okay. Equals sales, sorry, profit divided by sales. Enter. See, we get something like this. I have to go and copy and paste. Let me delete this. I'll say Control T, the shortcut key for converting the range into table. See, now you see equals profit divided by sales. See, now the data, whatever you have, that is totally different. It is taking from the column names, not from the range. Let me just add this. Over here, equals profit. You can see that says at profit, that is column headers. See, automatically it will give the values for the entire column. You don't have to copy and paste. So this is tables actually. Next. Importing the data. Okay, here I have so many different data. I'll show you one example and please do the same thing for others as well. So what is importing of the data? Now we can get the data. We can get the data from various different sources. How? We have this data. This is a new option. Okay, people get data. Here I have this from file and I'll say Excel, TXT file, whatever you want. Let's take the data from database. This is I'm connecting from database. Okay, click on this. It will ask for the file path. Let me just take this file path. I'm taking this file path. Go here. Then and then I'll select this file, say import. Now what happens? It will give me the list of files to be imported. So such easy now. So you don't have to go copy and paste or things like that. We can connect it. Okay, see, if you want multiple files, you can go here, you can say multiple tables. I want this data, I want this location, and let's say customer. 3 tables I'm trying to import. I'll say load. Just click on this load. It's loading the data. Okay, now you can see the data, whatever we have loaded, that will be available here. So you can modify this. This is called as Power Query Editor. There is a chapter. I'll explain about that. Say close and load. So any point of time, if you think I want to use this, you can use this as well. Now let's say, move your cursor here. And we can edit this. Let's say we'll go edit. We have a lot of options here. Let's go to this edit. You can edit that again and you go here. If you think that you want to edit any of the data, so you can go here. You can modify this. Let's say customer name, select this and say transform. and say format this to capital letters and close. It'll say keep the changes. I'll keep the changes. So now whenever I want to use this data, so that will be changed. So it is getting changed here now. Right. So we have this connection. So if you think that I want to create this pivot tables or anything, you can work on this one. So I can directly use this for the pivot table. Now I'll go here, say insert a pivot table. See, I'm just showing you. I can use these tables and you can do that. So likewise, I can import the data. Let me show you one more way. We'll take data and say from PDF. Let's take the data from PDF. So you have a PDF here, say import. I can take the PDF data from PDF as well now. So I have so many tables here. Let me take one table. Okay. I select this. Now, suppose if you think that I want the data to be loaded to Excel sheet itself without any connection. So what we did is here with the connections, I'll say load to. Now, when I say load to, what happens? It will ask where to load. Say as a table, existing worksheet, and I'll say, okay, see, the data will get loaded here like this from PDF. Suppose I wanted all the tables, I could have selected all the tables. So likewise, we can actually import the data from any application. That is, if I have the data in some application, we can do that. You can give the web link as well. See, here I given the web link. Just go and click on the web and you can get the data from any website as well. This is get pivot tables. Pivot table is actually very easy. I'll tell you, it is very easy actually. I'll tell you what actually is pivot table. I have a data here. I want to summarize the reports. I'll select and then suppose if you think I want to, okay, gray screen, let me stop. Right. Now people, it's working now. It's clear now, people? Yeah, okay, fine. Sorry about that. I have no clue why it's happening, but only remedy is to close and again open it. Okay. All right. Fine. So next is we'll see pivot table. Now, people, I'll tell you when you're creating pivot table, go to insert and first convert this into table. Because what happens is when you are actually trying to insert some data, you want to make it dynamic, then this will be like keep getting added the data. The pivot table will be keep getting refreshed. Okay, right. Now let's say insert pivot table. Here I'll say table or range. I've created one table. Say okay. Now pivot table is actually used for summarizing your reports. I have so many columns. You just drag and drop the columns. That's enough. See, I'll take this region and I'll drop it here in rows. I got this data. I want the aggregate value of sales. I'll drag and drop here. See, I want the category name to be in column header. See, you can play around with the columns like this. Now let's say I'll take one more column here. What should we take? Let's say segment, and I'll put it here. See, you're summarizing your reports. Now let's go to this design. You have this layout, and you can change this to tabular format so that you'll get the data in different columns. Previously, it was in the same column. You can see that. Go to report and say tabular form. I don't want the subtotal. Select here, design subtotal and say do not show subtotal. So you can go and you can explore. There are so many options here. Say I don't want this grand total. Say off grand total. You are trying to summarize your data. That's all. So likewise, you can actually create the pivot. Pivot table is very easy. You just have to drag and drop and see what reports you want to create. Now we have one option called as slicers. Go to this analyze. You have this slicer. Slicers are nothing but say, for example, let's take ship mode. Where is ship mode? Subcategory ship mode. See, let me click on this first class. See, the data is getting filtered like this. So you can have something like this. This is nothing but we have something called as filters in the previous examples and all of previous versions, we used to use this filters. Now we don't use filters, we use this slicers. Okay. Similarly, I have timeline, which is actually used for only date. I can go here, say okay. See, this is for date. Now I'll say filter it by years. See, by years, like this. Lot many options are there. Just explore. You just have to go select and use it. That's all. All right. The next one is Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor, it's a very big chapter. It's a big course actually. This course is also available in that mega bundle. If you think you want to learn completely, you can purchase that. Okay. But let me tell you what is this Power Query Editor is. Let me open one new Excel file. Just now I showed you while importing the data, I just imported the connection and then we try to modify it. Say, for example, let's go here. I'll say get data. I'll get the data from Excel sheet. I'll show you one example. Rest all is same. You have to explore the options. So here I'll select one example, that is to modify the text. We learned the formula how to get this uppercase, lowercase, and things like that. That I can do it in a very simple way actually. Let's see how to do that. Right. Let's say I select this data and I'll say transform data, that is to modify. I'm going to transform. Okay, let's select this customer name. Here I have this transform, or I can right click and do the transform as well. I want to change the format. Say, I'll say uppercase. See, this got changed to uppercase. Now let's say I want to split this data, product ID. I'll go here, I'll say split column by delimiter. That is, we learned about text to columns. Similarly, I can split this column. I'll say, okay, see, the data will get split. Now I have done with some modification. Let's say I done with the modification by using this Power Query editor. Now I'll go here and say load to existing sheet A1. See, whatever changes I did there, that will be available here. So now in Excel, you don't have to bother about writing the formulas for data cleaning. Everything can be done in Power Query editor. Okay. All right. So these are the frequently required options, frequently used options in the industry. I know I try to teach you all the topics, but not in detail because it's a huge, it's ocean actually. It's a huge course actually. As I mentioned, people, again, I'm telling you, if you think you want to become a data analyst, this course, okay, is really for you. People who are actually trying to get into this data analytics. If you check all these courses, you'll not get anywhere actually with the combination of interview questions. And again, I'm telling you, we are still preparing the interview questions for Python, and still there are so many which will keep getting added. So when we actually added this, were 25 courses. Now it is 27 courses actually. Now we are still adding. We are also planning for career guidance. What we have the course separately, that also will be included here with how actually you can search the jobs, LinkedIn profile. So those things we're actually trying to implement in this as well. This is one-time purchase, lifetime access, plus all the courses will be keep getting added here. Okay. And for today, as I mentioned, this will be just 4,999 rupees. This is for the students who have attended this session, and there are a lot of rewards as well. Okay, so please attend every day. We are taking the attendance very seriously. People, we are not like very something, we say something and we just for namesake we are doing. As I told you, we actually take education very seriously. Okay, and the projects are evaluated very seriously, and gift vouchers for sure. We have already given for many people. I don't know if some are attending again. If they're attended, they'll know that what we promise, we actually give. Okay, and we have done this in the previous sessions as well. We've given a lot of awards and all things like that. Okay, Right. So again, see to that, this is seriously taken. If you still think that you want to purchase, you still have time, you can purchase this. Okay. Right. So before we end this session, how was this entire session? How was this entire session? I want all of you to answer this because I've taken so much efforts from last, say, 3 hours. So I want you guys to take few minutes and tell me how was this session. Recordings will be given. People, again, please don't ask. I will surely give. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, people. I know it was little fast, but yes, I tried to cover a lot of things. People, right. And one more thing, I request all of you, please take it very seriously about the mega bundle, which we have actually tailored it such a way that it's very useful for the students who are very much interested in entering into this data science, data analytics, and business analytics. At least go to that page. Recording, see, Tanya, I told you, I have promised you, I will give. Please don't worry. Okay. How it will reach you? Yes, I know how to make you reach. That will reach you. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. People, and one more thing, all of you, okay, before we end the session, all of you, I'm sending one Google link here. Okay. Please take few minutes. Arun, thank you so much. Take few minutes. Okay. I actually have invested so much of time. Okay. And I always love my students to get good career jobs, whatever is possible, we are trying to do. But for that, we are expecting some encouragement as well. Please take few minutes, go to this Google, put your reviews about this 5 days training. Okay, this will be really helpful for us. It is like an encouragement. See, we are not charging anything for you, so at least you can spend 5 minutes for us where you can give some comments which will encourage us. Okay, we have done a lot of things for free, and we are not expecting anything from you people. Actually, you have to pay us something. Encourage us, which actually will help a lot of other thousands of lakhs of students. Okay, take this Google link, click on that, give some reviews. And also, you guys can actually connect with me with my LinkedIn. Let me give my LinkedIn link as well. I'm not sure. Let me just check if I can get the link here. Edit link. Yes. So anybody wants to connect, you can connect. Okay, if anybody wants to connect. Thanks, Rakesh. Chaitra, we have to go through app only because we also cannot have the direct link. Let me check, okay, because this is from the app, okay, but I'll surely check and see if I can give you the direct connection. Okay, I'll check that. I'm not sure, but I'll surely check that. Okay, and people, once again, please be serious about the skill sets what you're actually trying to develop. A lot of things to learn in this. Okay, see if you can actually um, learn whatever is required for the industry. Plus, what I'm telling is don't divert your mind, learning so many things. Okay. Here, what we have done is we actually do a lot of surveys and whatever is required for the industry for entering into this field. So we have tailored that and we have all the course. You can go through this. So here I have, let me just put this link directly so that you guys can go and check. See, this is the link. Just go check the link. And here, what we also have done is for people, here we have the preview. Okay, go and check the preview. That will actually give you some confidence to purchase this. Okay, right. So, people, I have sent the link for the Google. Please, it is actually a humble request. All of you take some 5 minutes because we invest so much of time. You invest 5 minutes to encourage us. Okay, thank you so much, all of you. That's all for the day. tomorrow we'll be learning SQL. Okay. So I will expect all of you to be here, right? All of you, people who actually attend all the 5 days, because we take the attendance very seriously. If people are attending all the 5 days, everything, basic commands, not basic commands. Yes, I'll try to give like what we did today. We'll try to give all the commands. Okay. We'll try and see what all I can actually cover within that 3 hours. Right? I cannot call all the names because there are so many names. I just can say thank you all for attending this session, and thanks for those subquery also, Chavi. Yes, it is there. I thank everyone, and also like there are some people who messaged in Google. Thank you so much for that. People, you have encouraged us, and I see a lot of energy in the students. This energy I want all of you to have the rest of the 4 days. Okay, a lot of things are there. You can get the guidance, career guidance from me. I'll try and see what all things still better can be done for you people. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, people. And once again, I request you people to go through this course and see if you can. Anusha, yes, I've told many times recordings will be shared. Please don't worry. Okay, give me some time. How actually I can share that, you have still not thought. That's the Power BI course come with exam practice questions of PL 300. For this course, I am not actually trying to cover PL 300, but I'll tell you what all questions will be coming. This 300, but our course, whatever is there. So here we have the Power BI that will actually help you in clearing this. But otherwise, we have a lot of contents. Okay, as I mentioned, see here, we have a lot of contents here. Lot of contents here. We are trying to add all the certification videos also here. We are on process. Okay, but people who actually register once, they don't have to again and again purchase any of the courses. Everything will be loaded here. So this is one time. Okay, people, thank you so much. What about Python? It is also in the data analytics. Yes, it is there. See, in this we have, okay, in this, but in this course, we actually concentrated on data management with business intelligence, which is actually used for data analytics. But yes, in this package, you have Python. Somewhere it is there actually. I don't know where it is. Python should be there. You can check. Python is there in this. You can learn Python from this course as well. Okay, but let's see if I get time. Maybe next month we'll try to have Python courses. Okay, thanks, people. All of you have a great day. Thank you so much. Coupon code. Coupon code. Okay. Coupon code. I'll just give you 1 minute. I can see a lot of people are purchasing. Thank you so much. So this is the coupon code, MBS. This is the coupon code. You can use this coupon code for getting the discounts. This is the coupon code. Good that I can see many have purchased. Good. Right, people? So you can use that. If you think you want to get the link, again, let me share that link quickly. This is the link, and this is the coupon code. Okay, right. So happy learning, people. Hope to see you all in tomorrow's SQL server sessions. Bye-bye. Take care, all of you. I have to rush for another training, corporate training. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye, people. Take care.